Hello, everyone. Thank you for day 10 working with your doctors. I can and I will manage my diabetes so I can live a healthy and a happy life. Today is day 10 of our challenge. Today we'll be talking about working with your doctor. When you have diabetes, working with your doctor is very important, not missing your doctor's appointment. I totally understand sometimes you have to see them very often and it can be very time consuming, but it's very important to see your doctor on a regular basis for so many different reasons. So, what are some of the reasons that we have to see our doctors frequently and not, we cannot afford to miss our doctor's appointment? Let me put it this way. So, working with your doctor is the best thing you can do for yourself. Maintain all your doctor's appointments, bring a family member with you so you can help you keep track of important instructions the doctor may give. Sometimes some of us has a white coat syndrome. So when we get to the doctor's office, we get nervous. When we get nervous, we cannot pay attention and do the things we supposed to do. And the other thing is also make sure you get all the lab works done before you see your doctor. So that way they can help us better. So we can make the best out of our doctor's appointment without our lab works and the necessary information they ask us to bring. They cannot make a definite, decision for us. They can't really manage our medications and change things for us. And so it's very important to do our lab works and bring our logs and all the things that's required by our doctors. And also if they tell us to bring our medication log, food diary to visit, so they can adjust our medication, it's important to bring it too. Write down all of your questions before seeing your doctor, like medication refills and the lab results, if you have to see and need a referral to see another doctors. Write down all of those things before you see your doctor, because as I mentioned earlier, white coat syndrome, we get to the doctor's office, we get nervous, we forget many things. And also when you are there, make sure you discuss any questions or concerns you have with your healthcare provider, because it can be a little challenging to see them when we need them. Now, actually, thank God for technology, we have my chart that's like literally sending a text. You can talk to your healthcare provider via my chart. That's like an email exchange system. Send them the question, they'll most of them reply to you less than 24 hours. So use, if you're already don't have my chart, if you're not registered for it, make sure you use it. Your healthcare provider office will give you the code to register, and that will be a wonderful way to communicate with your doctors without waiting to see them on your next appointment. And the next thing is, I can be your own advocate. I understand they are our doctors, they are our healthcare providers, but they have so much on their plate. So if you don't know what's going on with you, if you don't pay attention about your care, your medications, your diet, you cannot be your own advocate. So do all those things to be on your advocate. And when you go there, just ask many questions as you can and prepare them ahead of time. So what are some of the tips to help you to get the best out of your doctor's appointment? Some of the things are like, bring a family member who can help you track of important instructions and can be your accountability body too, because sometimes the doctor tells you to do something and if you're alone, you probably won't remember, or if you get too overwhelmed. So in that case, you need some accountability body to help you, kind of a reminder and push you to do the things you're supposed to do. Write down all of your questions before your appointment date, or even, no, even like every time you think of it, like have some type of journal to write down all of your questions to your doctors, and bring all the necessary information like blood glucose log, diet log to your appointments so they can adjust your medication based on your current readings. If you are like, if you're type 2 diabetes, it's least likely to be on a continuous glucose monitor. So you have to write down your number so you can show them. If you're type 1 diabetes, if you have continuous glucose monitor, it's wonderful. If you don't have it, you also need to write down all the necessary informations to show them your doctors for your medication adjustment and other recommendations. So what are some of the questions to ask once you're at your doctor's appointment? So you can say like, is my blood sugar, level okay? How often should I check my blood sugar level? Can you check my A1C if it's not already done? Do I need to tweak my diet or exercise plan? Can I have my cholesterol and blood pressure checked if it's not already done? Can you check my feet? Because we're supposed to check our feet every day to just make sure we don't have any sore, numbness, tingling, like, all the feet and in between our toes. That's also important to check to see if we don't have anything before it gets progress to diabetic foot ulcer. And how often should I be seeing my doctor to optimize my diabetes management? Depending on how well controlled your blood glucose is. Some say like every 3 months, some every four, some every six. So that's something your healthcare provider will determine. And how can I change my lifestyle and diet in a way that will be healthy? Not boring, but you can eat healthy in the meantime, something that you enjoy. So it's something you can work with your doctor and they can refer you to either a dietitian or like a health coach, to someone who can help you adjust those type of things. So those are the some of the questions that you can ask when you get to your doctor's office, and I'm sure you would have so many personal questions to ask once you get to the doctor's office too. So what's the action plan for today? The action plan I made, like, my doctor's visit form. So you can use that and really, write down all the information that's listed on the form. That will help you to track down your appointments, and also a reminder for your next appointment, your lab works, your doctor's name, their specialization, their contact information, your allergy, all those things you can list on this paper, and you can carry it with you in your wallet. So God forbid, if you end up in an emergency situation, you have all of the information right there to share it with another healthcare provider. So thank you so much for listening again. This is day 10. I can and I will manage my diabetes. My diabetes is not gonna stop me from living the life I want to live. Until tomorrow, have a great and blessed day.